government health facilities across Nigeria are so badly neglected and poorly managed, which should be fixed. We have talked several times concerning the poor situation of various public hospitals, including university teaching hospitals across Nigeria. During our working tour of these public health facilities in Nigeria, we discovered that the government of Nigeria has not been paying much attention to those establishments. Some insiders at these facilities which we visited told our team that they lack most equipment to carry out their duties effectively, which should not have been so if the government of Nigeria truly cares for the citizens of the country. Again, we do not want to start explaining one by one how the situation at those places we visited is, because we believe that the government of Nigeria knows about it. Our point is that we are appealing and at the same time reminding the government of Nigeria of the poor situation of those public health facilities, assuming the government has forgotten, so that they can send their representatives to all those public health facilities to see things for themselves. Perhaps doing so would make them act as quickly as possible to put those public health establishments across Nigeria in a better condition. Beyond war, can humanity find alternative paths to growth and progress? Throughout history, mankind has always resorted to violence as the solution to all problems. Though partially successful, such methods have led to the death of many across countless timelines. The amount of restlessness in us is so huge that total peace seems like a cage and we are always set on edge. This could be primarily due to the human instincts that have led us to survive for millions of years and protect our ancestors from certain death. Humans are fragile creatures and our ego is far more fragile. We need just the right conditions to survive, and we need to lie to ourselves constantly to stay happy. The only thing that makes us move forward is lies, pain and love. What better way to express all these emotions than on the battlefield? We lie to have allies, inflict pain to feel dominant, and fight to protect those we love. Society might not tell you, but the growth of our society depends on wars. From the Stone Age to the medieval times, to our currently termed nuclear times, we have been set on edge to develop more devices to inflict more pain on our fellow creatures that think and are as controversial as us. This is the worst use of human intellect, as millions are budgeted for military research but nearly nothing for human mental health. Times are changing rapidly and it is hard for all of us to be one, as that is impossible, but if we could acknowledge that we all have different motives and our brains are complicated, then we could have the right to air out our opinions, peacefully. We tend to live in a world where as kids, we don't know what is going on and as such we don't care, but as we grow older, we are forced to care due to our lives hanging on the balance of these factors. But just because we know and care doesn't mean that society allows us to change what is happening. We are like ants riding on the water waves we create from paddling, essentially meaning that we create problems for ourselves. This situation of helplessness has led to various problems in mental development in people all over the world, and we hope that mental health scientists can come up with ways to help us all feel better and self-empowered. To know that we can change whatever aspect of our lives and watch it reflect onto the real world. In the future, we hope for a better system of government in which citizens shall not be plagued with these concerns and will be unified. Under this grand unification, the citizens would be provided with their various needs in a clear, decentralized, transparent system that promotes equality and peace. But those who consider this method to be communism are allowed to put better ideas on the table that do not require the use of fear. If these methods are a bit too much, it would be better to compare them with war. In war, anyone can be hurt, no one will be safe. In war, society as we know it would crumble and our fragile sense of hope would fade away as we watch our genius be put to such horrendous use. This needs to stop. The Viewers Corner news team is calling on everyone to help change the way we see things in a better, positive light and to avoid oppressing those below us just so we can feel a sense of dominance and power. You can masquerade your power as much as you want, but time is of the essence. We are of flesh, we won't live eternity. but we can do so much good with the little time we have left. Cameroon's government has banned media outlets from reporting on President Paul Biya's health, citing concerns that speculation around his well-being is disturbing the peace. The 91-year-old president, in office for over 4 decades, has not been seen publicly since early September, fueling rumors about his health. The government claims Biya is in excellent health and on a private stay abroad, but the lack of transparency fuels speculation. This ban has sparked concerns about press freedom and journalist safety in a country where media professionals are regularly targeted. Journalists consider this ban a violation of their rights, and many fear severe consequences for reporting on Biya's health. The ban has also raised questions about the government's motives and the public's right to know about their leaders' well-being. NASA drops Boeing Starliner for 2025 missions, favors SpaceX and Russia's Soyuz. NASA has made a significant shift in its plans for upcoming space missions. Due to ongoing issues with Boeing's Starliner spacecraft, the agency will rely solely on SpaceX's Crew Dragon for its 2025 commercial crew program missions. The Starliner's troubled test flight last month revealed major thruster problems, including a melting Teflon coating that rendered the thruster inoperable. As a result, the spacecraft remains uncertified for flight. To fill the gap, NASA will use Russia's Soyuz spacecraft in addition to SpaceX's Crew Dragon. This decision marks a setback for Boeing, which received $5 billion in funding for Starliner's development. Despite the challenges, NASA hasn't abandoned the Starliner project. The agency recognizes the need for additional launch capacity and is willing to give Boeing more time to resolve the issues. Key takeaways: NASA's 2025 commercial crew program missions will use SpaceX Crew Dragon exclusively. Boeing Starliner remains uncertified due to thruster problems. NASA will rely on Russia's Soyuz spacecraft as an alternative. The agency hasn't given up on the Starliner, citing the need for launch capacity. The future of the Starliner hangs in the balance, but NASA's priority remains ensuring safe and reliable transportation to the International Space Station. West Africa targets 2026 for common currency launch. Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara is pushing for a common regional currency among West African states by 2026, a year ahead of schedule. Ouattara expressed his commitment to achieving this goal after a meeting with Ghana's president. Ivory Coast has made significant progress and will meet the necessary convergence criteria by next year, Ouattara stated. The regional currency has been in the works for over 2 decades. To achieve this goal, member states must meet 4 key criteria. First, lowering budget deficits. Second, achieving single-digit inflation. Third, accumulating foreign reserves, and finally reducing central bank financing. Ouattara aims to strengthen regional economic integration and achieve a monetary union through collaboration with neighboring nations. If you want more in-depth analysis on politics and good governance, subscribe to Viewers Corner News and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Thank you for listening.